Morning, students. Today we are going to start a new lesson, AC current. So we have already discussed electromagnetic induction, magnetic flux and everything we have discussed, right? Magnetic flux, the relation is very important in this chapter we have to start with today, right? So AC current, by definition, AC current or ACMF is defined as that current whose magnitude changes with the time and direction changes periodically. That means in 1/2 revolution, the current or EMF is in one direction, and the other half direction, cycle, the current or EMF is in the other direction. This is what is called AC current. So if a definition is asked, you can speak that AC current is that current whose magnitude changes at every instant, changes with the time, and direction. We can say that polarity also, right? Changes periodically. So this is sometimes called a sinusoidal EMF because the variation of current and EMF takes place as a sine function or a cos function. Sine function or cos function, both can be said to be sinusoidal. So this can be represented as E is equal to E0 sin omega t or I is equal to I0 sin omega t. EMF can be represented as E is equal to E0 sin omega t or I is equal to I0 sin omega t. We will see that how this relation we will get very soon. So before that, you must know what is called flux, and the relation for flux you must know. Whenever there is a change in flux, EMF is induced in a coil if the coil is rotated in a uniform magnetic field. So here the figure shows a uniform magnetic field represented by equidistant parallel line with the arrowhead, and there is a coil of certain number of turns that is rotating. When it rotates due to change in area, the flux variation takes place. Flux variation can take place in a coil due to change in area. That you have already explained. Due to change in area also, there can be change in the flux. So this coil is rotating in the magnetic field, due to which the flux variation taking place through the area varies. Due to change in flux, EMF is induced in the coil. This is what you call Michael Faraday's second law of electromagnetic induction. According to Michael Faraday's second law of electromagnetic induction, the rate of change of magnetic flux is directly proportional EMF induced, right? Or generally we can say that E is directly proportional to d phi b by dt. d phi b by dt means the rate of change of magnetic flux is equal to EMF induced in the coil. When EMF is induced in the coil, if the coil is connected to a closed circuit with a device, any gadget, etc., then current starts flowing through that. That current is called AC current. The EMF produced is the induced AC EMF. So this is the condition. So induced EMF and induced current both are sinusoidal because they are varying accordingly as a sine function or a cosine function. So how this can be derived? So we know that the general expression of flux is dA cos theta. If a coil has only single turn and it is rotating in a magnetic field, uniform magnetic field of intensity capital B, and the area of the coil is capital A, right? Then at any instant, the flux through the coil is given by dA cos theta, right? If the coil has n number of turns, then this is equal to NBA cos theta, right? But omega is equal, suppose the coil is rotating with a constant angular velocity omega, then omega is equal to theta by t. Omega is equal to theta by t, right? In the previous year, we have studied that angular velocity of a rotating body is equal to angular displacement by time. Velocity is equal to displacement. Linear velocity is a linear displacement by time. Angular velocity is equal to angular displacement by time. So as this coil is rotating, with a constant angular velocity omega, we can write omega is equal to theta by t. Or theta is equal to omega t also we can write. Theta is equal to omega t also we can write. Okay. In that sense, so phi b is equal means magnetic flux linked with this coil rotating in the magnetic field with a constant angular velocity omega radians per second is given by NVA cos omega t. So this is the flux. So flux we have already studied, right? Okay. Now we have to find what is the EMF induced in the coil because this is electromagnetic induction, right? EMF produced is due to electromagnetic induction. So electromagnetic induction, we know that whenever there is a change in magnetic flux linked to the coil, EMF is induced in the coil, and hence a current starts flowing in the closed circuit. So for this, it is necessary that either the magnetic field must change or the area must change. That means the coil must rotate or it move. So there must be a relative motion between the magnet and a coil or a conductor, then only EMF is induced. So in this case, the coil is rotating, due to which there is change in area, and hence there is a change in magnetic flux linked to the coil. At any instant, the magnetic flux to the coil is given by NBA cos omega t. How this theta came to omega t, you know it. These are the things about. Now, induced EMF we can calculate. Induced EMF E is equal to minus d phi b by dt. Minus d phi b by dt. Rate of change of magnetic flux is equal to induced EMF. Right? This is equal to minus d by dt of this value. What is this? NDA cos omega t. This is bit differentiated. You will get the rate of change means differentiation, right? That also we have studied in the previous year. This also that. This is equal to negative NBA into d by dt of cos omega t. D by dt of cos omega t is equal to minus sin omega t into omega, right? So therefore, this we can write this is equal to minus NBA into, this is differentiated. Differentiated, that is equal to minus sin omega t into omega you will get. Because this is function of a function cos omega t. So this is right. This is a function of omega also. Therefore, omega t. Omega t, when we have to when we differentiate separately with respect to t, you will get omega also. Function of a function root. So minus into minus is equal to plus. Therefore, this omega also taken up. Then we will get this is NBA omega into sin omega t. You will get this is what is called E. This is a very famous relation. E is equal to NBA omega sin omega t. This in this expression we see that the EMF induced is depending on a sine function. It is changing accordingly as the sine function. That is, this is called sinusoidal EMF. When sin omega t becomes maximum, or omega t is equal to theta is equal to 90 degree, sin 90 is equal to 1, then E becomes maximum. Maximum is denoted by E0. That means in this case, what do you write? When sin omega t is equal to 1. What is the meaning? That is omega t is equal to 90 degree. Omega t means theta only is equal to 90 degree. This is equal to maximum, right? That maximum value of EMF is denoted by E0. That is E0 is equal. This has gone 1. What will get? E0 is equal to NBA omega. NBA omega is the maximum EMF induced in the coil. That is what at what point of time? That means that at what point, what angle made by the coil? When the angle made by the coil is from the initial position, it is rotated, and the angle becomes equal to 90 degree. The EMF induced the coil gradually increases and becomes maximum. That maximum value of EMF is called E0. E0 is equal to NBA omega. Right? Then putting this NBA omega in terms of E0, then we will get E is, I'm writing here, E is equal to E0 sine omega t. This is the general expression for EMF induced in a coil at any instant of time. At any instant, t is equal to 1 millisecond, 2 milliseconds, 3 milliseconds, right? After the coil starts rotating from its initial position, this is the condition, right? Suppose this is a rectangular coil like this. So first of all, and my right side is north pole of a strong magnet, and my left side is south pole of a strong magnet. First of all, the coil is kept like this. Like this means its plane is perpendicular to the line of force. Then perpendicular placed on the coil, on the plane of the coil, will be making angle 0 with the magnetic field. Both are same condition. Suppose you suppose that there is permanently a perpendicular placed on the plane of the coil lines, right? Okay. Magnetic field is entering through the coil as it is placed in this orientation, right? Magnetic field lines are perpendicular to the plane of the coil, and that line is supposed to be parallel to the perpendicular placed on the plane of the coil, right? This is the initial position. Now, from the initial position, suppose the coil is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction, 90 degree. So from this position to this position, when the coil rotates, the magnetic flux variation takes place. Now here it is maximum and constant. From maximum, gradually the flux is going on decreasing, and becomes equal to 0. A large variation takes place. Due to change in magnetic flux, EMF is induced in the coil. When the angle theta is equal to 90 degree, the EMF is maximum. That is sin theta is equal to sin omega t, that is equal to 1. Then E is equal to E0 is equal to NBA omega. So this relation NBA omega sin omega t becomes E is equal to E0 sin omega t. T is any instant of time, right? Okay. So in this expression, this capital E is called instantaneous EMF. That means at any instant t, omega t it is, clearly I'm writing. At any instant of time, t is equal to any time, 1 millisecond, 2 milliseconds, 3 milliseconds, etc. What is the value of EMF in the coil? That is given by this equation. So this equation is called equation for instantaneous EMF. And in this equation, E0 is called peak value of EMF produced in the coil. Peak means maximum value of EMF in the coil. Is called peak value. E0 is equal to NBA omega. What is omega? The constant, what is called angular velocity or angular frequency of the coil. Angular frequency with which the coil is rotating is equal to E0 sin omega t, where E is called instantaneous EMF and E0 is called peak value of EMF in the coil, right? So if you want to find the current value at any instant, then current value also can be calculated. So suppose the coil has a resistance capital R, then instantaneous current is given by I is equal to E divided by R. I is equal to E divided by R. Am I correct? That is equal to E0 sin omega t, the whole divided by R, right? This is equal to E0 by R into sin omega. I is equal to E0 by R into sin omega, right? In this equation also, when sin omega t becomes maximum, I becomes equal to I0. I0 is called peak value, right? Sin omega t maximum means the value of sin theta will be maximum when sin theta is equal to 1, right? Okay. Then I0 is equal to E0 divided by R, we can write. Because sin omega t becomes maximum, I becomes equal to I0. I0 is equal to E0 by R. So current relation we can write. I am writing here I is equal to I0 sin omega t. And this is what is called instantaneous value of current. What is the value of current at any instant in the coil? Due to change in magnetic flux, EMF is induced, and hence induced current starts flowing in the coil in a closed circuit. That is given by I is equal to I0 sin omega t. So this is the relation for current. Everything it is very easy. How you got E is equal to E0 sin omega. That is why I told you that current and EMF This is called a sinusoidal. So in the later stage, we shall be able to explain current or EMF in terms of cosine function also. That also you will see in a later stage, right? So current and EMF can be either represented any sinusoidal, simple harmonic motion also we have seen. This is also simple harmonic motion, simple harmonic variation of current and EMF, right? That we have seen simple harmonic variation of displacement. We have seen. So simple harmonic motion, when we studied in the previous year, we have seen that simple harmonic motion can be expressed either in terms of a sine function or in terms of a cosine function, right? So now we have seen that it is represent in terms of a sine function, right? Now, why it is sinusoidal? A question arises. That also I am going to tell you the graphical representation of AC current and AC EMF, or AC EMF and AC current. What I am going to tell you now, right? Graphical representation. The coil is rotating in a magnetic field with a constant angular velocity, and also magnetic field. Also, what kind of magnetic field? That is uniform magnetic field. So magnetic field intensity value is a constant every time. That's a constant every time. So it is a uniform magnetic field, and the coil is rotating within the uniform magnetic field with a constant angular velocity. Angular velocity omega is sometimes called as angular frequency also, because omega is equal to 2 pi by t, or this is equal to 2 pi into 1 by t. But 1 by t means reciprocal of the time period is equal to frequency. Therefore, this is equal to 2 pi f also we can say. That is the frequency of rotation. That means number of times, how many times this coil will rotate in complete rotations in 1 second. How many complete rotations the coil will make in 1 second is the frequency of that. Am I correct? In our country, all generators in our country rotates 50 times in 1 second. That means the frequency of revolution of the armature coil of the generators of our country is 50 hertz. 50 hertz. Okay. This is that is the frequency of the AC current, what we are getting, what we are using in the household. The power that we have in our household has a frequency of what? How many times? 50 cycles per second. That means that all generators rotates, their armature rotates 50 times in 1 second. Now, graphical representation. We have seen E is equal to E0 sine omega. E is equal to E0 sine omega t. We have seen, right? So now I am drawing a diagram here. E is equal to E0 sine omega t. E is the value. Here I also we can take, and this is omega t theta. Omega t means theta only. Okay. Okay. EMF is equal to 0 sine omega t means when t is equal to 0. Suppose this is the condition. Always remember, if this is a coil, this is t is equal to 0 position. Now it is rotating the anti-clockwise position. T is equal to t by 4. Now this is t is equal to t by 2. This is 3t by 4, and this is 4t by 4. 4t by 4 means t only, right? So this will take a fixed amount of time to complete one revolution. That is a time period of revolution of the coil. So time period is always a constant because the coil is rotating with a constant angular velocity in the constant magnetic field. So the time period of revolution of the coil is a constant. So this constant time period t can be divided into 4 parts. Suppose this is the first case, t is equal to 0, small t is equal to 0. Right? Now, small t is equal to capital T divided by 4. That means t is divided into 4. 1 quadrant, 1 quarter part of the time. Now it is t is equal to 2t by 4. 2t by 4 means t by 2. Now t is equal to 3t by 4. Right? It has turned through an angle 270 degrees. Right? Now it is equal to 4t by 4. 360 degree the coil rotates and complete one rotation. The coil takes capital T time. Capital T time is divided into 4 parts. First part T by 4. Second part 2T by 4. 2T by 4 is equal to T by 2. Then the third part when completes, the time taken is equal to small t is equal to 3T by 4. Then the angle subtended is angle moved is equal to 270. And the last is what? 360. 4t by 4. 4 cancels out. That is equal to small t is equal to capital T. That is the time course. When time goes, angle also changes. When t is equal to 0 according to this relation, EMF is equal to 0. That is the original relation. When t is equal to t by 4, t is equal to t by 4 means the coil rotates 90 degree. That means omega t is equal to 90 degree. 90 means this is maximum. That means at this time, small t is equal to capital T by 4. Yeah, angle theta is equal to 90 degree. The EMF in the coil is maximum. So when the coil rotates from initial position and when it comes to 90 degree angle subtended by that, its EMF becomes gradually changes from minimum to maximum. Now it is again further rotating. And when the coil rotates and complete 180 degree, sine 180 becomes equal to 0. That time taken by the coil, small t is equal to 2t by 4. 2t by 4 is equal to small t is equal to t by 2, you will write. That means when small t is equal to t by 2, the angle subtended is equal to 90 plus 90 is equal to 180 degree. Angle means 180 degree. Sine 180 is equal to 0. I will write here only angle is equal to 180 degree. Right? Now again the coil continues to rotate and when completes 270 degree, 90 plus 90 plus 90, third quarter, then the time taken is equal to 3t by 4. When time taken is 3t by 4, time taken t is equal to 3t by 4. The angle is equal to what? Angle is equal to 270 degree. 270 sine 270 degree is equal to minus 1. That means E becomes equal to minus E0. That means maximum. This is E0. Right? Am I correct? And when it completes one complete revolution, the time taken T is equal to 4t by 4. That is equal to T only. T only. Angle becomes equal to 360 degree or 2 pi radians. So this is how it goes. So we have seen that why it is sinusoidal. So that is why this varies accordingly as a sine function, or that can be represented as a cos function also, right? This is very easy to basically, I have to explain this curve only because basic equation is, it is a special equation, right? Common thing what we can understand. That means the coil is rotating from the mean position and it just goes on. Initially, it is perpendicular, means magnetic field lines are perpendicular to the plane of the coil. That is the initial position. Then the coil starts rotating in the anti-clockwise direction. EMF varies sinusoidally. This is what is called a sinusoidal EMF. If we want to draw expression for current, then that will be coming like this, right? This is the current. Current curve is like this. This is E and this is I. E is equal to E0 sin omega t. I is equal to I0 sin omega t. Right? Peak values. This is I0 and this is E0. Peak value we can represent it. This is I0 and what is this then? This is E0. Then what is the value of this? This is equal to the EMF just small. At any instant t, the EMF is called. At any instant t, the EMF is called, what do you call? Instantaneous EMF. Yeah, current is called, current is called instantaneous value of current. This figure is very easy to understand, right? That is why the current or EMF is sinusoidal, we call it. So in our physics, we represent many times, we have to represent the AC current or AC EMF. AC EMF or AC current is represented with represented like this, right? Right? A sine curve is kept in a circle. This is AC EMF or AC current. Am I correct? Mainly this notation is given for AC EMF. So AC EMF is sinusoidal. To represent that, what we take, a circle is taken, and inside a circle we will keep a sine curve. So this represents E is equal to E0 sine notation. The symbol of AC EMF is a sine curve kept inside a circle. So this is AC current and AC EMF, right? So many there are so many problems also can be asked in this topic. So we have already seen that the relation for current is I is equal to I0 sin omega t, EMF is E is equal to E0 sin omega t. I am going to explain you a simple problem also here. Knowing this formula, we can find the values of so many quantities related to AC current, so many quantities variables related to AC current, just like instantaneous EMF, peak value of EMF, right? Frequency of EMF, all these things can be calculated. I'm writing a question here, and then I will finish today's class today. Today's class, and tomorrow we will come with another topic in the same lesson. So there is a question: an alternating current is given by alternating current is given by I is equal to 141.4 sin what 314t. Question: find, for beginners this is a very simple question. When you understand it, yeah, you will get confidence. Question: find one maximum value of current. What is the maximum value of current? Second frequency. What is the frequency of the current? Third, time period. And fourth, instantaneous value of current. Instantaneous value of current when t is equal to 3 milliseconds, 3 ms, 3 milliseconds. You can see the board right like this. So from the relation itself given I is equal to 141.4 sin 314t. The value of t is given 3 milliseconds. Okay, right. So this is to be compared with the basic relation. What is the basic relation? I is equal to I0 sin omega t. So basic relation and the given relation when compared, then we will get I0 is equal to 141.4. That is, from the relation we can write here I0 is equal to 141.4 ampere. And this is the peak value of current according to this relation, right? What is the next one? Next one is omega. This is omega matches 314, right? Therefore, omega is equal now here omega is equal to 314 radians per second, because omega means angular velocity, angular frequency that is measured using a unit called radians per second. Am I correct? Omega is equal to 2 pi by t. Therefore, 2 pi by t is equal to 340, we can write. Or 2 pi f is equal to 340. Therefore, f is equal to 314 divided by 2 pi. Am I correct? This is equal to 314 divided by 2 into 3.14. 2 into 3.14. This one cancel will be 100. 100 divided 2 is equal to 50. 50 hertz you will write. That means 50 revolutions per second. Am I correct? So this current whose frequency is equal to 50 revolutions per second or 50 cycles per second. That means 50 cycles per second also I will explain you later, right? Yeah. This is what is called now time period t is equal. Time period t is equal to what? Reciprocal of the frequency is called a time period. Frequency is equal to 50. Therefore, this is equal to 1 by 50 seconds. This is equal to 0.02 seconds, right? So in our country, all generators are working such a way that it completes 50 cycles in 1 second. That means 50 times the EMF or current goes a maximum in the positive direction in one direction, and next in the negative direction also it goes 50 times maximum. Am I correct? So the peak value changes 100 times in 1 second. 1 second, 50 revolutions, right? Every revolution can divide into two parts. One is half cycle, and other is the next half cycle. First half cycle is positive, 50 positive, 50 negative. Means 100 times the current and EMF becomes the maximum in the circuit, means peak value in the circuit. Am I correct? These are the things about. Now we say that. What is the instantaneous current? That is the last one. So maximum value I0 is calculated, frequency F is calculated, time period T also calculated. Now it's instantaneous current. Instantaneous current means I is equal to, I'm writing here, I is equal to I0 141.4 into sine 314 into T. T means 3 milliseconds. 3 milliseconds means into 3 into, right? 3 into 10 raised to minus 3. This is the current, right? But remember, omega is in radians per second. Radians per second into second is equal to radians you will get. But radians have to be converted into angle degrees you have to convert. So therefore, this can be like this. That means 314, 3 into 10 raised to minus 3. Minus 3 can be converted degrees as equals to this radian measure 314 into 3 into 10 raised to minus 3. This radian into 180 by pi we have to multiply. Then this becomes degrees. This much radians when multiplied with 180 by pi, that comes into degrees. This we will get as equal to 54 degrees we will get. So wherever omega is involved in an equation like this, remember that theta will be in radians, right? But in logarithm, when you have to take values from logarithm, we have to convert that radian measure into degrees. To convert the radian measures in degrees, we have to multiply the radian measure of the angle with the 180 by pi. We will get in degrees. Okay, this is the condition. So now this becomes equal, this value is equal to 54 degrees. This is equal to 114.4 into sine 54 degree we will get. Sine 54 degree, the value can be obtained from the, from the logarithm table, right? This you are getting as equal to 141.4 into sine 54, 0.8090, the value of sine 54. You can also see that. Okay, last year I have taught you, yeah, in one class I taught that how to use logarithm table and all, right? This we are getting as equal value is equal to 114.39 ampere you are getting. So today we have studied how EMF is induced in a coil due to change in magnetic flux, and also the expression for EMF we have derived is equal to E0 sin omega t. E is called instantaneous value of EMF, and E0 is called peak value of EMF, and current is equal, current instantaneous current I is equal to I0 sin omega t. I is equal to E by R, right? That I is equal to E0 sin omega t also. So this is represented in terms of a sine curve. That is why AC EMF or current is called sinusoidal EMF or sinusoidal current, right? Because in every one complete revolution, the direction of the current or EMF voltage changes its polarity periodically. Every half cycle it changes, right? This can also be represented. We can understand this. Suppose that AC EMF is applied across a resistor, as shown in the figure. A resistor is kept here like this, right? And it is applied with an AC EMF. AC EMF is represented now. Today onwards, everybody knows that. This is the situation, right? AC EMF is represented by a sine curve that is kept inside a circle. This is the way how we represent. We represent AC voltage or AC EMF. This is the resistance. So at any instant, the first half cycle, this is positive and this is negative. Current starts flowing in this direction. This is the direction of current. In the next half cycle, this becomes negative and this becomes positive. Current now becomes in the opposite direction, right? So this is why in a full cycle, in the first half cycle, current starts flowing in one direction, and next half cycle, the current flows in the opposite direction. That is why this is called alternating current. Right? The full cycle of the revolution of the coil or revolution of an armature inside a generator, in the first half cycle of the armature, current is in one direction through that coil, and the next half cycle current is in the opposite direction that coil. That is why it is called alternating EMF current. And this part of this topic now I am finishing today, and tomorrow we will come with another beautiful topic, and I shall try to make you understand very well. Right? Till then, thank you very much.